Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I am Kayla Nicole 999. Today is Sunday, November 15th, 2020, and this is my check-in for day 2 of 90 days to recovery after narcissistic abuse. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. We're going to start off today with a recap of yesterday, because it turned into an absolute fiasco, okay? So, my one thing that I was gonna do for myself was start a to-do list yesterday, and I did it. I totally did it. Here, I'm gonna show you that I made a to-do list, and I told you to only put 3 things on your to-do list, because that's what I'm doing, and some of you may say 3 things, that's nothing. We'll get into that in a minute. Okay, so here's my to-do list. You can see that I crossed off all 3 things. All I had on there was make a 90 days to recovery video for YouTube. I did that. It's up, y'all have seen that. The next thing was to change my batteries and my turbo lock, my keypad lock that's on my door because I had people unlawfully entering my apartment. That's what turned into a fiasco, but we'll get into that in a minute. My last thing was to jog at the dog park because I have not been making time for exercise, and I need exercise every day for my own mental health. So I have already made my to-do list for today. You guys can see that is for Sunday right there. So my to-do list for today is finish laundry, clean my kitchen, shower, and wash hair. Now, shower and wash hair may sound really simple for some of you, and you may all wonder why I would put that on the to-do list. We're going to get into that in just a moment, too. You'll notice that I don't have jog at the dog park on there. Well, that's because that's something that I'm just going to continuously do every single day. Like, from here on out, I'm going for a jog at the dog park, providing it's not icy. If it's icy, then obviously I'll probably have to jog on the treadmill at my apartment's fitness center because I'm not going to fall and break something because I don't currently have health insurance because I can't afford it. But that's another rant that maybe we'll get into on another day. All right, so let's start with a recap from yesterday. So I made my video. Okay, so why is that on my to-do list? Well, again, that's going to be something that I'm just going to do. So I'm not adding it to today's to-do list. We started yesterday, and from now on, that is just going to be something that I do every single day for the next 90 days. Now, these aren't going to be the only videos that I make, you guys. My intention is to continue making some of the sex toy review videos and things about Cam, and I'm going to turn this entire channel into something about my entire life, okay? I have all of these things going on. I have all of this experience with multiple different things. Food intolerances are one of those things. Treating my depression and anxiety with natural supplements. We're going to talk about that in a completely different video, though. I also found something great for PTSD and ADHD, which is completely natural, although they're trying to ban it, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's called Crantum. We're going to get into that on another video, though. Why am I treating everything naturally? Well, because prescription medication made things worse for me instead of better. I'm not saying stop your prescription medication if it is working for you, okay? If it is working for you, please keep taking it. However, if you're not currently on prescription medication because of the side effects, then I may have some options for you, but we're going to get into that in a whole nother video because that's going to take an entire video. I don't have time to talk about that in this video. So I lost my train of thought again. Eventually I will probably start scripting these videos, but I don't have time right now, which is why I'm linking to other people's videos, like why I'm linking to Angie Atkinson, because she has done so much research on narcissism. She has the information out there. I am a busy girl, you guys. For one, I'm dealing with depression. I'm dealing with CPTSD. I'm dealing with ADHD. I have severe anxiety. So I got all of that. Plus, I live by myself. So I am working constantly. I am a cam girl. I make videos for those adult sites. Like I said, if you are offended by that, then please just stay off my channel. I am also a rideshare driver. I am also a delivery driver for multiple different companies. I live in a very expensive state. I was born in this state. I don't have money to move. I don't necessarily know that I want to move because all of my family is here. So my rent is more than $1,500 a month for a one bedroom, for a tiny, tiny one bedroom apartment, you guys. I literally work 7 days a week, just trying to make ends meet, and my life is stressful as fuck. But I'm fixing it, okay? We'll get into all of those reasons later. Okay, so I made my video. I'm just gonna start doing this first thing in the morning, which is why I'm in my robe, because if I don't do these first thing, I'm a huge procrastinator. I'm just gonna get stuck doing some other stuff, and then it's never gonna get done, and then you guys are going to get disappointed because I'm not fulfilling what I said I was going to do, which is obviously disappointing for everybody, right? I mean, I disappoint myself when I do it because I disappoint others. Anyway, so I made my video yesterday. Then I want to change out my lock batteries in my turbo lock, which turned into a complete fiasco. I had 4 batteries left, right? And that's how many batteries I needed. Well, one of my batteries was corroded, so it wouldn't work. I didn't trust there's like a little battery backup pack that comes with this that allows you, excuse me, I gotta drink my coffee in the morning, guys, but it allows you to access when your battery is dead. Well, I've used that battery pack a couple times already, and I didn't trust that it was gonna be working again, even if I bought new batteries. I don't know why. I have a lot of trust issues dealing with PTSD and all of the shit that I've dealt with in my past. Like, I didn't just have a narcissistic mother. So I have a narcissistic mother. I had a narcissistic best friend. And then I just went into all kinds of abusive and toxic relationships because toxicity was comfortable to me. That was my norm. I didn't know anything different. So at 36 years old, I'm finally just starting to heal. I'm, living by myself. I'm single. I'm realizing that all of the shit that I put up with in the past was not okay, that I was a huge people pleaser, and, bottling up my emotions and just letting these people take advantage of me turn me into a really angry and bitter person. And now I'm having to overcome that, which is hell, but I'm doing it. Yay, me. Okay, anyway. If y'all are interested in my backstory, there's a few videos that I already have out there that have a backstory, but we're going to get into things in more detail as they apply to each video. So anyway, so I didn't trust that, so I decided to take off, I didn't trust the batteries, so I decided to take off my entire doorknob because I have a bolt lock on there, so, I could just remove the doorknob, access through the bolt lock, and ensure that I was not going to be locked out of my apartment. That was my thoughts. However, sometimes I'm an idiot because sometimes we're all idiots. And as I was removing this entire doorknob, I accidentally closed my door and then it latched. And so my inside doorknob was already off. My outside doorknob was hanging by this wire because it's an electronic doorknob and I could not pull it back in. And without that outside doorknob, I could not reattach the inside doorknob to open my door. I literally locked myself and my dog inside my apartment, you guys. So I was freaking out. So I'm like banging on my door, like yelling for my neighbors, hey, can somebody please help me? Can anybody hear me? Of course, not a single soul is responding. So I'm calling my ex up, who lives an hour away from me because I don't really have that many people in my life. And he's just like sitting there. He's like, I really don't know what to do. Like, I can come get to you, but it's going to take me forever. Isn't there anybody else that can come to you? Maintenance at my apartments charge a ridiculous fee for lockouts, which I am just barely making ends meet. Like, I don't have the extra money. A locksmith obviously would have charged a lot of money just to come thread that freaking doorknob to me. Like, he wouldn't have even had to do any work. So he's like, isn't there anybody else that can come get you? And I'm like, yeah, I have one friend. I don't know if she's available. Like, she has 4 kids, and he's like, just call her and ask. So I text my friend, Thankfully, she was available because she lives 20 minutes away from me, whereas my ex was an hour away from me, and I still had all kinds of other stuff to do yesterday. So she gets over, and she wasn't quite understanding my predicament at first, but when she got there, she was like, oh yeah, okay, I get it now. So she threaded that outside doorknob back to me. I was able to unlock the door. I was able to remove the entire doorknob. Her and I sat and chatted for a while. I threw her some cash for coming to rescue me because I would have been screwed without her, and I'm very, very grateful for her help. So I got that done, and then, I had to go buy batteries, and I still had to go to the dog park, and by this time I was just like feeling defeated as hell. So my intention was not to jog, but then I said nope, because that's what I do. I tell myself, oh, I had a really hard day, and I'm not going to do this because I had a hard day. And then I end up getting mad at myself because I didn't get what I wanted to get done. And my thing is, like, once I stop doing something that one time, I'm not going to do it the next day either. And it's just this constant cycle of like 2 steps forward, 10 steps back. And I can't do this anymore, you guys. Like, I'm literally starting over. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like I'm a baby again, I'm just learning how to get through life as an adult, because I lived in this state of constant chaos thanks to constantly living with a narcissist or having a narcissist in my life or being in toxic relationships, right? Like, my life was never just stable. There was always some big emergency. Somebody was always mad at me. I was always feeling guilty. I was always in states of severe depression. I never got that normal life that most of you guys got. So this is my recovery, and I'm just learning to be human again, because I don't really have much experience with normal, healthy, non-toxic humans. And I'm not a normal, healthy, non-toxic human, but I'm becoming one. As far as, whatever is normal, what is normal? There's really no normal. But the non-toxic and healthy part, I'm becoming that. So I decided to go to a different dog park, one that has a shorter trail, because the one that I go to, it has like a 2.5-mile trail, and I knew that I just wasn't gonna be able to make it. It was like super windy, cold outside, like my day was just hell. But anyway, so we went to a smaller dog park, and I made it through the trail. And then I came home and I fixed my doorknob, and by the time I got all of that done, it was like 7 o'clock at night, and I was supposed to go out and drive rideshare, but I couldn't do it, So I gave myself permission to take the night off because yesterday was literally a day from hell, and I had none of that planned. Like, the whole thing with fixing my doorknob, it should have taken maybe 45 minutes total from like start to finish of me going and getting batteries, to replacing the batteries, which, anyway, this is how my life works, you guys. Like, I get up with a plan every day, and then boom, there's like some huge disaster, which just ruins all of my plans, and then I don't get the things done that I needed to do, and then I get really defeated, and then I get mad at myself because I feel like I'm not good enough, because I grew up with a narcissist who was constantly telling me that I'm not good enough. And those are thoughts in my own head that I need to get over. So I'm working really hard on learning to not let my own self-defeating thoughts affect me. I'm working really hard to turn my own negative thoughts into more positive thoughts. So there we go. Okay, so as you can see, a to-do list is not on my to-do list today. The video is not on my to-do list today. Going for a jog is not on my to-do list today. Those are just things that I need to do daily. So I already removed them from my to-do list. So my main thing is to finish laundry, because I am one of those people who I procrastinate on laundry, and I don't do it until like I have no clean clothes left, and then it's piled up, and then I'm dreading doing it. Same with the dishes. Like, I just let them pile up. Why do I do this? Well, because my mother was constantly nitpicking everything I did, right? She would complain that she wanted help, but then after you would help, you did it wrong. You know, I couldn't ever do anything right. So when I moved out of my mom's house, I just got to this point where I just didn't do it because in my head, I had to do all of these things perfect. And if I didn't do it perfect, then it wasn't good enough. And then I was a failure. Again, that's on my mom, okay? She needs to fix herself. It's not my responsibility to fix her. It's my responsibility to fix me. And I need to understand that I'm not a failure. I'm really not, you know? So I'm learning how to get my laundry done and how to put it away instead of leaving it in the dryer and the washer, because these little tasks that seem so simple to everybody else, it takes me forever to accomplish because I'm constantly in my own head telling myself that I'm not good enough, but I need to stop doing that because I'm never going to get anywhere in life. You know, if you've been through narcissistic abuse or abuse of any kind, I truly feel for you. You know, the abuse, it was not your fault whatsoever, but fixing yourself, that's all on you. You can go through life continuing to be mad and angry and bitter about all of these unfair things that happen to you. And, you know, you can stay stuck and you can stay stagnant, which is not really doing anything for you. No, it's not. So it's up to you to say, hey, all of this shit happened to me, but I'm not going to let it define me, and I'm going to fix all of these problems. You know, I'm going to fix all of these toxic traits that I have built up inside of myself because I want better. I don't want to be like my mom. She is the last person in the world I want to be like. I don't want to be like my narcissistic ex-best friend. She is the last person in the world I want to be like, you know? So it's up to me to fix myself. I see a lot of people who, you know, went through abuse, went through trauma, and then they start subconsciously doing these things that they hated. You know, they would complain, oh, this person did this and this and this and this to me, but then they're doing it to the people that they love too, and they're not realizing it. One of my traits is screaming. You know, I don't live with people. I'm not saying that I'll never live with people again, but right now I'm at a place where I can't live with people because I grew up in a household where we were constantly screaming back and forth at each other. You know, my mom didn't talk. We didn't have conversations. We were not able to communicate. Everything in my house was constantly a screaming match. And I thought that was normal. So when I get upset, instead of having healthy discussions with people, I have a tendency to react in a very negative manner and scream at people. It's not okay. It's not okay that my mom did it to me. It's not okay that I do it to other people. So at this point in my life, I choose to just not live with people. You know, because I need to work on healthy conflict resolution skills. And until I'm there, I can't be living with people. I would rather work my ass off 7 days a week than to continue treating people who don't deserve it like shit because I'm just used to screaming at people. You know? Some of y'all can't do that. I understand that. Like, my videos aren't necessarily going to be the best for those of you that have children. Like, you have to live with people. You have to take care of your children. I do have a child. I have a 19-year-old transgender daughter. She does not live with me. You know, that's another story for another day. Actually, it's out there in another video if you guys want to go watch. I think it's my How I Became a Sex Worker video. I honestly don't remember, you guys. Like, I dissociate a lot. So, you know, I make these videos and then I don't necessarily watch my own videos. I just put them out there because if I don't put them out there, I'll never get it done. I currently don't have time to go through and edit my videos. That is something I'm going to work on, though, you know? Okay, so anyway, fixing my own toxic traits. So today, laundry is on the list. I am almost done with it. I'm super proud of myself because not only have I been doing my laundry, I have been folding it and putting it away. Yay me again. You gotta give yourself credit when you do something good, you know? We all sit there and like harp on ourselves when we do something bad, and you know, we have the hardest time forgiving ourselves. No, you got to learn to forgive yourself. You got to learn to let go of that guilt. I felt guilty about everything I did, even if it only affected me personally. I wouldn't get my laundry done, and then I'd sit there and give myself guilt trip after guilt trip after guilt trip, because my mother always used to give me guilt trips over everything I did, even if it didn't affect anybody else, even if it only affected me, you know? So I gotta stop doing that to myself. So learning to like kind of give myself, you know, a gold star or whatever, a pat on the back, because you got to do that. You really, if you want to overcome those negative thoughts, if you want to overcome the self-defeating thoughts, attitude, whatever, you got to start giving yourself credit. You got to start actually feeling good about yourself. You got to start forgiving yourself and loving yourself. And self-love is the hardest thing in the world when you are overcoming narcissistic abuse. So the next thing on my to-do list is to clean my kitchen, because I hate dishes, and I also let the dishes pile up. I've been getting better. I'm not as bad as I used to be. This is something that I've been working on for a while. And you gotta realize, you guys, this isn't gonna be, oh, I'm gonna stop procrastinating today, and boom, all of a sudden you're gonna just stop procrastinating and life is gonna be better. No, you're gonna have to continuously push yourself to do these things over and over and over and over and over again until it just becomes habit. So clean the kitchen. It's a must. And the next thing on my list is shower and wash my hair. And you guys are like, what the hell? You know, most people shower every single day. First of all, let's go into why I don't wash my hair. I have super thick, super frizzy hair, which is why my hair always looks like this. So washing my hair is a pain in the ass, okay? It takes forever to wash. It takes forever to comb out. It takes forever to dry. I don't style my hair regularly, which is a huge problem for me. That's part of the reason why I failed as a full-time cam girl. I say I'm gonna work cam, and then I don't have the energy to do my hair, which I had to forgive myself for, because part of the reason I don't have the energy is because I have all of these other things piled up, and I'm still suffering from, you know, CPTSD and depression and this and that. Well, I gotta work through this. Like, I used to be this person that was like, oh, I gotta do this and this and this and this and this. I had a million things on my to-do list, and then I would burn out trying to get them all done, and it would never get done, and I would just have to start over, you know, like nothing ever got done. And I had to learn to not be this perfectionist, because being this perfectionist was not getting me anywhere, because I was never accomplishing the things that I said I was going to do. So one of my, I'm not even gonna call it a toxic trait, but it's something that happened because of my depression, okay? If you haven't experienced depression severe enough to where you can't even motivate yourself and find the energy to shower, I don't wish that you ever experience this. Go on with your life, okay? My depression at points in my life got so bad to where I couldn't even find the energy to shower. Like, it would take me hours of just sitting there trying to like talk myself into showering just to get in the shower, which sounds absolutely ridiculous to somebody who hasn't experienced it before. Again, it's something from depression. So one of the things that I do, I've gotten to the point where I do shower basically almost every day. Occasionally, you know, I'll skip a shower here and there. I don't wash my hair every day. I wash my hair once a week, which is actually healthy, you guys. I know some of you who have like super thin hair that gets greasy easily are like, ew, what the fuck? I have to wash my hair every day. Do what's best for you, okay? But girls like me who have super thick, frizzy-ish, curly-ish hair, once a week, because if we wash it more, it dries our hair out terribly. So I'm gonna try to start planning a day to where I wash my hair, because one thing about my life, like I said, all of those different jobs that I work, I have no schedule. I have to work when the money is, you know, when I'm gonna make the money, and it changes constantly. My life is not stable. I don't have a job that I go to 5 days a week on a regular schedule. No, my schedule is I work at least one of my jobs almost 7 days a week. There's hardly ever a day that I take a full day off. And when I do take a full day off, it is not rest and relaxation. It is getting all of this shit done that I haven't been able to do because I've been working. But, you know, my schedule is constantly changing. I do not have a schedule. I do not know when I'm going to work half the time, and it's really hell. So anyway, I'm going to plan on washing my hair Sundays. From now on, Sundays is just going to be the day that I wash my hair. And I'm trying to push myself to get up in the mornings and just take a shower. You know, I used to be like, oh, I gotta exercise before I shower. Oh, I gotta clean the kitchen before I shower because I don't want to shower and then get dirty again while I'm cleaning. Like, I had all of these, I don't even know where the fuck they came from, but you know, all of these weird thoughts that would prevent me from doing things. And then it would take me forever to get these things done. And then by the end of the day, it's like, oh, well, I didn't shower. It's so late now. I don't feel like working. And so then I wouldn't work ham because, you know, I didn't shower and I didn't do my makeup. And, yeah, some days I would push myself to, you know, just take a quick shower and go out and drive rideshare. That is why rideshare is my main job, because I can hop in the shower and just, you know, do a quick body wash and then go. But cam, like, it actually takes getting up and getting ready. Like, I gotta do my hair, gotta do my makeup, and all of that is just so much extra work for me. I'm not the girl who does my hair and makeup every day. I used to do that back when I was a stripper, but that was a long time ago, you guys. Like, I haven't stripped in 10 years. So I'm trying to, like, get all of these things done. Cam makes me more money than just about any other job, but some days I also make no money on cam, and then it really sucks when, you know, you spent 2 hours getting ready and you made like $15 in 3 hours. And that happens as a cam girl. There's other days though where I make $250 in 3 hours. So, yeah, this is just my healing right now. I've literally been stalked and harassed by my narcissistic ex-best friend for 2 years on social media, and it's really prevented me from healing. But, you know, as mad as I was at her, I had to realize that I had to change things about myself. So, you know, she was stalking and harassing me on Facebook, and she was like reporting my posts and this and that. So I had to stop posting things that she could report. Well, she stopped harassing me on Facebook, but then boom, all of a sudden, as soon as the Facebook harassment stopped, all of a sudden my posts on Instagram were getting reported, which is absolutely ridiculous. Yes, it is clear that I'm a sex worker on Instagram. It is clear that I'm a cam girl. It is clear that I make videos for adult websites. Okay, but there are lots of girls advertising themselves on Instagram, and their posts were far more risque than mine were. Their posts aren't getting reported. Their posts aren't getting removed. It's clear that somebody is intentionally doing that to me. So what did I do about that? Well, for a while there, it was just like posting more and more and more, like, hey, you just reported this, but here, look at this. I'm just gonna, you know, post this because fuck you, bitch. That was my attitude, right? Well, it just allowed her to continue reporting me and, you know, continue harassing me. And yes, I have the girl blocked, you guys, but this girl makes fake fucking accounts. Like, anyway. So what I did recently is I, like, literally archived all of my posts except for screenshots of the posts that had been reported, and then I reposted the pictures that had been removed. But, like, you know, saying I'm not violating community standards, blah, 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 blah. There's nothing wrong in this post. I'm not doing anything wrong. I am being harassed. And for 2 days now, none of my posts on Instagram have been reported. I'm not giving the girl any content. So, you know, I'm really removing myself from social media, at least the ones that she can find me on. I started a MeWe page, which I'm liking so much better than Facebook. You know, I'm not getting in trouble for stupid things like, sorry, Facebook, but y'all can't even comprehend your own community standards and guidelines on Facebook and Instagram. Like, you say something, and then I'm getting in trouble for something that's not even going against the guidelines, but you claim that I did something wrong. Y'all need to hire some people who can actually comprehend your own rules. So I'm going to be on MeWe. And the girl doesn't have all kinds of fake accounts to attack me on MeWe. If she wants to waste her life and create them, like, that's on her. I'm not even dealing with this crap anymore. I can't believe that a 35-year-old woman wants to waste her time creating fake accounts in order to harass me on Facebook and Instagram. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Grow the fuck up, you know? But anyway, so I'm not giving her content to report at all anymore. It doesn't really matter, you know, Facebook doesn't make me any money, Instagram doesn't make me any money, currently YouTube doesn't make me any money. I don't have enough subscribers and enough watch time to be monetized on YouTube. Maybe that will change eventually, but I'm focusing on the platforms that are gonna make me money. So I'm focusing on working my way back into sex work. I'm focusing on working my way back into becoming a cam girl again, because I actually haven't cammed since August, you guys. I've barely been making adult content for my other websites because my PTSD and depression has been so bad. Well, you know, I realized that I couldn't sulk for the rest of my life. Like, I couldn't let this girl just run my life. But I also couldn't push myself to do these things that I wasn't ready for. So that is why I'm doing these little tiny things each day to change my life. Because once they become habits, then, you know, I'm not going to be constantly overwhelmed by trying to get laundry done and trying to get dishes done. You know, if I'm just doing that stuff once a week, it's going to become habit and it's not going to take a long time to do. And then I'm going to have more time to cam. You know, camming is hard because the guys really do trigger me. I am a sexual assault survivor. I'm not going to go into detail about this. Details are in my other videos. Talking about these experiences trigger the fuck out of me. But sometimes these guys will say things that trigger me because they say something that one of the guys that sexually assaulted me. And yes, there's been multiple times that I've been sexually assaulted. It's not just a one-time thing. But, you know, they say something that one of the guys said during a sexual assault or something that just makes me feel like I have no power and control. I told a guy one time that I don't like something, and he's like, well, I'm going to force you. That ruined the entire experience for me. I didn't want to talk to him anymore, but it was in the middle of a private. I had to finish the private, or at least I felt like I had to finish the private. I could have just stopped it then. Maybe I should have just stopped it then. But I didn't. And then afterwards, you know, I went into like a depression for fucking weeks and I didn't get back on cam. It's gonna take me some time to be able to do this work, you know? And obviously, like, I have so many other goals and aspirations that I'm working on, but I need to pay my bills. Like, that's the biggest thing. First, I need to work on paying my bills. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining me today. This video turned out to be much longer than I intended for it to be, for, you know, just creating a to-do list. Anyway, if you like this video, please just be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, then give me a thumbs down. Let me know in the comment sections what you liked and what you didn't like. Or if you just want to talk to me about your experiences, then chat with me, you know? Talking is going to help you to heal much faster than anything else ever will. But yeah, if you want to stay connected with me, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'm going to link a few videos in this video, probably another one for Angie Atkinson, more about narcissistic abuse. Anyway, loves, I hope you have a beautiful and wonderful day, and I will see you guys tomorrow.